From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is Wednesday. It is the 9th of the month of March 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And Kate, today is the middle of the month already. Middle of the week already. We're not quite at the middle of the month yet.
It is. We're almost there, though.
Almost. It's moving quickly. Today is the 9th already, and I want to mention very quickly our thing coming up on April 1st. Mm-hmm. Oh,
yes.
boy.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
At the Paramount Theater. It's called April Fool's Follies. And I don't know, it's unexplainable. But for some reason, a bunch of us got together and decided we're going to put on a show. You remember Spanky and Our Gang,
yes,
the Our Gang series of kids? Well, somebody was always saying, hey, let's put on a show. And Darla Hood would jump up and say, we can use my uncle's barn. You know, and they'd have these spectacular dance routines and everything. But that's about what we decided to do. So anyway, we've got some fantastic talent. Some amazing talent.
It really is an incredible lineup.
It is. It really is, and it's getting better all the time because there's some things we haven't talked about yet. But I'm not going to.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's some things we haven't talked about yet. But you won't believe the talent we've got coming. That's the real talent. Now the not so real talent, those people that have no idea what they're doing, that would include Jeff Holtz and Kirk Keller, Carol Bowden, Julie Beck from Mount Olive, your cohort, and partner in the chamber, and Brent Hood. And yours truly. And of course, as I've mentioned many times, I'm the only serious one of the bunch. So anyway, it's going to be a tremendous amount of fun. It's on April 1st, and all proceeds will benefit United Way of Wayne County. That proceeds go to the United Way of Wayne County, not for the campaign, but now this will be for operating capital to help them get through the year so they can raise money for their campaign. Because they have to operate as well.
That's right.
So anyway, help us out here. We're asking $15 for a ticket. And you can get tickets online by going to GoldsboroParamount.com. And I hope you're seated in the audience the night the curtain goes up on April 1st, April Fool's Day, at the April Fool Follies at the Paramount Theater. It's going to be a tremendous amount of fun. And I promise you, you will be laughing, side-splitting, even though I will admit the jokes are the corniest, they are the worst, they are just absolutely horrible. I'm so embarrassed.
Don't say that, but the delivery is
it's all about, it's the sizzle.
All about the,
it's the sizzle. That's it, it's the delivery.
Sizzle.
That's right. And of course, we're all going to forget our lines.
And you know what? With that cast of characters that you just mentioned, for those of you watching, I'm sure you know most of them. And if you're not, you probably heard their names. It is the best lineup of entertainment. And then in the midst of y'all's not-so-serious banter back and forth, the lineup of serious talent that you have is so impressive.
It really is. And these are people that you may know their name, you may be familiar with them. People like Donald Sutton. He's very popular, very well-known, such a talent. But yet some people have not heard Donald Sutton sing. And you'll be just floored with his talent. Then there's Casey Sutton, no relation. She is a dynamo. You're going to love that girl. She is just great. There is a jazz band. Roger, do you know Roger Walker? He is a friend of mine. I have known Roger for many years. He was the band leader, band teacher out at ACOC for a number of years. He's with the Starlight Dance Band. He's got a little jazz group that they're just going to blow the house down. They're just going to blow the walls out of the house there. Just, fix you right up. That's the opening act.
Fix you right up.
I'm telling you, you're going to be boogieing in the aisles. In 1938, it was Benny Goodman, and he brought the house down at Carnegie Hall in New York City. I mean, April 1938. That's a bunch of years ago. But they were literally dancing in the aisles at Carnegie Hall. And one of my favorite songs is "Sing, Sing, Sing." It goes for 12 minutes of just boom, boom, boom. I mean, and it's strong. Oh, baby. In fact, I'm going to play that the moment we get off this because I love it. Anyway, Anyway, that was 1938. And you think that was something. You wait till we get this thing going on April 1st here in Goldsboro. You just wait. And then there's an Irish dance group coming. Irish dance, you know, like...
Lord of the Dance,
Lord
like
of
the
Dance.
real Lord of the Dance.
And this young lady used to dance with him.
Yeah.
The flash dance thing there.
And she's here in your community.
She is.
And she's teaching young people to dance.
And she is.
It is so incredible.
Yeah, and that's just a
little taste. A little taste.
And there's so many more, so much more. You're going to be really pleased with it. Like, ooh.
I love it when you do that.
Ooh. Like, well, I'll tell you later. We'll be back. Today from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, we welcome Staff Sergeant Matthew Thomas. Sergeant, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing great, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
I want to hear all about Matthew Thomas.
Well, been in the Air Force about 9 years. Originally from White Lake, North Carolina.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Join the Air Force to see the world, and you end up, what, 40 or 50 miles from home?
Yes, sir. About an hour and a half.
Amazing, yeah. Well, that's okay, though. White Lake's a great place.
Yes, sir. I mean, I enjoyed it growing up there.
But in the meantime, where did you start out in the Air Force?
Well, I spent the first 7 years of my career down in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio?
Yes, sir, at Lackland Air Force Base.
Right.
After that first 7 years was up, I got orders to Osan Air Base, Korea.
Right.
Did a 1 year remote tour there. And then my follow-on was here at Seymour Johnson.
How did you like Korea?
Korea was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I was able to travel and see a lot of the country and meet a whole lot of new people, and it was a great experience.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. What about Texas? A little warm in the San Antonio
area. It was. You know, pretty hot there.
But Lackland's a nice base.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to do in San Antonio. Yeah. Met my wife down in San Antonio.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
Is she a Texan?
Yeah, she's a military brat.
Oh, okay.
But she spent about 10 years down there.
All right.
So Texas has a lot of memories for me as well.
So here you are at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. What area? What do you do?
Well, I'm a security forces member.
Are you now? Okay.
Security forces, we're responsible for all the law enforcement and security practices on the installation.
Okay. So are you in a particular area of law enforcement, or?
Well, my position right now within the squadron is the non-commissioned officer in charge of plans and programs.
Okay.
So that entails me taking all of the Air Force and DoD guidance and making sure that matches up with what we're doing at the squadron level so that we're in accordance with all those higher regulations.
I'll tell you, right now, Sergeant Thomas, you guys have an extremely important mission.
Well, thank you.
You do. Keeping everybody safe, keeping your eyes and ears open, because we do live in troubled times right now.
Yes, sir.
So you're constantly on guard, constantly. How many people do you work with? How many in your area?
Well, in my section, we have, I believe, around 5 to 7 people that I worked with.
And working in your particular responsibility?
Well, I'm the only one that's in my particular responsibility.
Okay.
But within my section, we have people that are taking care of things such as physical security, electronic security. So kind of the back end of what you see security forces do on a daily basis.
The back end. You're not actually there at the gate, though, are
No,
you?
sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
But what would you tell civilians as they visit the base? What do you caution them about? Do you or do you get into that at all? Does anybody ever come up to you and say, look, I'm new here, what do I need to be doing, or what do I need to be aware of?
Not necessarily. That's really not my area
That's
of
not
expertise.
your area. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, okay, then what are you looking for as you're doing your job each day? What are you doing?
Just making sure that what we're doing as security forces on installation is that we're in accordance with everything that the Air Force and the DoD wants us to do. Want to make sure that we're doing things the right way and that we're not getting caught short anywhere.
You've been in the Air Force 9 years.
Yes, sir.
Do you plan on making it a full 20?
Absolutely.
Do you? Okay.
Absolutely.
And then what about after that? Have you thought about plans after?
Well, right now I'm working on my bachelor's in human resources. So somewhere in that field. Okay. Somewhere. I'm not sure where it's going to take me, but somewhere.
You're not going to stay in law enforcement?
Right now, that's not the plan. Not the plan. There's nothing wrong with it. Things may change, plans change.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, that's not my my focus is to stay in law enforcement or security.
You mentioned your wife from is a military brat as well, and she is she's living here with you, of course.
Yes, sir.
And do you have any children?
No, we don't right now.
All right, but times change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, maybe down the road a little bit.
Yes, sir. There'll be plans in the way, but trying to be as responsible as we can to make sure that she's out of school, and you know, but you can't really plan for something like that. You know, never going to be a perfect time.
That's right. Let me get back to the human resources thing. Why human resources? What?
Well, I enjoy working with people.
Okay.
And just kind of being in something like that, I think it could help me out with you know, dealing with people on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a great field. What inspired you to get into the Air Force, though?
Well, growing up in Bladen County, there weren't a whole lot of opportunities where I was at after I graduated high school. So I kind of made a decision that I needed to do something, needed to make a change, needed to make a drastic change. And joining the Air Force is the best decision I ever made in my life, and it's taken me around the world, and I can't complain.
And of course, it helped you with your education.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, how far along are you in your bachelor seeking mode?
Well, I just started.
Did you?
I just finished up with my associates.
Oh, okay.
This month,
That's
actually.
A couple of years.
Yes, sir. So I'm working towards it now, but I'm just baby steps at this moment.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Where are you doing this? At
through Ashford University.
Ashford, through
Yes, sir.
through the Air Force.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. All right. And your wife, does she work outside the home?
Well, she is actually in a teaching program through East Carolina University. She's doing an internship right now at Charles B. Aycock.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. And is she going to stay with teaching? Or?
Yes, sir. That's what she's going to do. She's going to be a high school teacher, and she'd like to stay in Wayne County, you know, to teach there as long as we stay here.
Wonderful.
So, you know, we'll see.
So you like it here in Wayne County?
It's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, there's you kind of got to make where you're at.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Take it for what it is.
Yeah, you do.
Wayne County has has plenty of stuff to do. When I first got here, the big thing going on was the pig in the park.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
From spending 7 years in Texas and then a year in Korea, I was able to get back and have some good old North Carolina barbecue.
Yeah, man.
So that was good.
There you go. Matthew, it's great talking with you, and I wish you the best of luck. And I thank you for your service to our nation and being a big part of our Air Force here at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. Sergeant Matthew Thomas, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for your support, sir.
Thank you. Our guest today is Dr. Ruby Bell. She is the chairman of the Education Department at the University of Mount Olive, and I'm so glad you're here.
Well, thank
How
you.
are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. And yourself?
I'm doing great.
That's wonderful.
The University of Mount Olive.
Yes.
We're so proud of that university. It's a wonderful school. And you've been there about how long now, Dr. Bell?
I've been there 5 years. This is my 6th year.
And prior to that, you were with the Wayne County school
Yes,
system.
I worked in Wayne County Public Schools for approximately 13 years, but I have a total of about 34 years in the field of education for public education.
Well, that's wonderful. 34 years in education. So give us a little background about your department and the university, just briefly, if you would, please.
Well, I went to the University of Mount Olive. Of course, at that time, it was the Mount Olive College.
Right.
In 2010 to help write the proposals for the education licensure program. At that time, we submitted approximately 10 proposals, and they were all approved by the State Department of Public Instruction, which of course allowed the University of Mount Olive to offer licensure for teaching.
Very good. So, as chairman of the Education Department, how large is that department? How many people?
Well, we're kind of small on the campus of the college. We have adjunct faculty members, which of course helps to increase our ranks and as we're continuing to grow. Our largest group of students are our early childhood education majors, and of course initially the University of Mount Olive began with that program, Birth to K, as a non-licensure program. So since that time, of course, we've added early childhood, we have added elementary education. We've added special ed. That was an additional licensure program that we added after the initial 10. And we have English, we have social studies, we have math, we have science, we have health and physical education, we have agriculture education, and we have music.
Wow.
Yeah,
we know about your music department. It's wonderful.
They're wonderful, yes.
So what brings you to today? We're going to talk about a scholarship, is that right?
That is correct.
Tell
We're
me
talking
about
about the Braswell Scholarship.
The Braswell Scholarship.
Yes.
Tell me about the Braswell Scholarship.
The Braswell Scholarship was given in honor of Jessie Dale and Vernon Braswell. Mrs. Braswell had approximately 34 years in the field of education.
Wow.
I think she did most of her community service and her educational work in Princeton, North Carolina. Her family has a long-time commitment to the field of education, so they wanted to do that in order to honor her. The scholarship is designed for high school students, seniors who are graduating and plan to come to the University of Mount Olive. They should have at least a 3.2 GPA. We ask that they're in the top 25% of their graduating class. And of course, there has to be a recommendation which comes from either the principal, the teacher, or also a community leader. They are allowed to write those letters as well. And we do ask that they have at least a 10/20 on their SAT. Of course, it can be higher than that. And during the application process, the students do have to write an essay. And that essay title is developed by the education community at the University of Mount Olive. So we decide on the topic.
How long has this Braswell Scholarship been available?
I think they started in 1998.
Well, it's been around a while.
Yeah, it's
then.
been a while.
So have you been in contact with any of the Braswell recipients since they graduated?
Yes, we have several. And those who have graduated, of course, are working, and so we keep in contact with them. We had a group of Rodriguez's, Elvia and Jose, and those students, and they're working now. Those students are working at Southern Wayne. They're
really?
both math majors.
Wow.
So we kind of keep in contact with them. They bring students back to campus to visit. So yeah, we keep in contact with them.
This is primarily a teaching scholarship.
Yes, it's an educational
scholarship. Right. Wow, that's very impressive. So minimum 10/20, I believe you said? 10/20 and a 3.2 GPA.
Yes. And the scholarship is renewable for 3 years. As a freshman, if you want to reapply, you must have at least a 3.0. And then as it moves up to reapply, you must maintain a 3.2 GPA.
Okay. All right. So how does one apply?
Well, just with the application, a recommendation comes along with the application from the principal
Principal of the school.
The teacher, or as I said, a community leader can also make that recommendation for that student.
And I take it students and those interested could contact you?
Yes, if they're interested, yes. And if they look on the website for the University of Mount Olive, it should be listed there to provide additional information for them.
That would be umo.edu.
That is correct.
All right. On the University of Mount Olive website, we've been talking with Dr. Ruby Bell, who is the chairman of the Education Department at the University of Mount Olive. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Returning to the studio today, we welcome Sergeant Paige Learnard of Crime Stoppers. Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
We want to talk about some perpetrators
Yes.
and some bad guys.
Yep.
And
a girl.
And a girl.
Yes, we have
Bad
a girl
we
this
want,
time.
We want the public to help solve a crime.
Yep.
And they can do that simply by watching some pictures and listening to what Sergeant Paige Learnard has to say. What happened?
Well, you know, we often get asked for pictures, and this time we have some great pictures.
Yeah.
So I know somebody out there can see these pictures, at least of this female, and they're going to be able to tell us who she is.
Okay, well, let's take a look at a couple of the pictures that are...
So we're talking about
Right up there.
February 18th, and we're talking about the Walmart in the Rosewood Shopping Center area. We had two individuals go to that shopping center and walk right out with a 55-inch TV
Whoa!
and a 32-inch TV.
How do you walk out with a 55-inch TV?
Well, apparently they were able to do this, and they did not pay for these items. And so we're hoping somebody out there saw something, they see these pictures, they know who these individuals are, and they give me a call, or they give me a text, or they go on that app that's on the Goldsboro Police Department Facebook page, and they send their tip information in, and they let us know who these individuals are.
Well, it may be the way the camera is looking at the outdoors there, but it looks like it happened at night.
Right.
Is that at night?
Yeah, this was approximately 8 to 9 p.m. when this happened. And I can tell you that they are associated with a Toyota Scion, a white four-door passenger vehicle.
And they got a 55-inch TV in that?
They did.
My goodness.
So if anybody that's
They must
looking
have
at these
folded it.
pictures, right.
Yeah.
You know, if they're looking at these pictures and they think they know who they are, or they're not sure, they can still give us the names. We'll look into it. We would just appreciate any information they can provide.
Okay, and the number for Crime Stoppers is 919-735-2255, or you can text at 919-222-4230. And tell me about this other thing on the website.
That is also a new thing, but it's the same system we've been using for years. It's just the newest updated version. It is a tip app that is associated with the internet. So it's very easy. If you go on the Goldsboro Police Department Facebook website, all they have to do is go down on the left side and hit the tip line.
Okay.
And they just hit it, and they can submit a tip via the internet. If they can't get on Facebook, it's just as easy. They just go to TipSoft, and they'll hit Wayne County, and it's the same tip software that they're using when they call me, and it's encrypted. So it's the same thing. When they submit a tip that way, we can't see their name, their number, we can't see their internet address, we can't see who it is. If they do it via the internet that way, it automatically sends them a tip number. So it's just like setting up a tip name with me.
Oh, okay.
So it's just as easy. They can call me back, they can text me back, and they'll just use that tip number. It's automatically assigned to them if they're looking for an update.
This protects the person calling as well as you.
That's right.
And there's no way that you will know who's doing the calling or who's offering the tip, but
Right.
you need that information.
Right.
They need that information, and you can help by offering information, no matter how small you may think this information is. Crime Stoppers can use your help, and possibly if you offer the right kind of information, they make an arrest, you may be in line for a reward.
That's right. So anybody that offers information that leads to a felony arrest is eligible for a cash reward with Crime Stoppers.
919-735-2255 or 919-222-4230.
That's right.
Or go online to Goldsboro. What's the web thing?
Well, if they go to the Goldsboro Police Department Facebook website,
Okay.
it's very easy. They just go to the left side and submit a tip. That takes them automatically to the internet site for the TipSoft.
All right.
But if they can't go to the Facebook site, which it's an open site, so anybody can actually go there. A lot of people will say, I don't have Facebook, but you don't have to have a Facebook account. You can openly go to it.
Oh, okay.
But if they just want to go to the internet, they can just type in TipSoft. And if you go to
TipSoft.
TipSoft, you can just go to TipSoft and go to Wayne County, North Carolina.
TipSoft. Okay, TIPSOFT, I
That's
guess.
correct.
Okay, TIPSOFT dot something.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. If you just type in TipSoft, you can get there easy.
You'll get there. Okay, Sergeant Paige Learnard, thank you so much.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
us.
And we are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. I just got so excited in that previous segment. I didn't let you say a word. You just got all carried away and everything. So here's today's trivia question. Category is India. India, the other side of the world. Sticking out into the Indian Ocean there. And the question is, now India has quite a history. In fact, India, well, here's the question. Two other countries in Asia were split from India. They were actually part of India whole, and then they broke off and became independent nations. I won't ask for both of them, just name one of them. Just name one of them. Two nations, two independent nations, split off from India, becoming their own country.
Stop waving that card around so I can read it.
Name one of them. Okay, all right. Now, if you are a geography guru, then you may know the answer to that one. Okay.
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 Okay. All right, whose
Okay.
birthday? I'm not looking. I'm not
Birthdays
cheating.
for today. Birthdays for today. Oh, thank you. Carlos, having a birthday today. Everybody knows this guy. His name is Carlos Noros.
No, not everybody knows who that is.
Well, Carlos is Hispanic for Charles.
Uh-huh.
And what's the nickname for Charles?
Chuck.
Chuck Norris. Yes. Chuck Norris, born Carlos Norris, 76 years ago today.
That's
Chuck Norris, 76.
That's awesome.
And he's still doing that exercise thing on TV. I hate that. He's so fit. Catherine Houghton. Everybody knows Catherine Houghton's aunt.
Oh.
Well, Catherine Houghton was in a movie of her own and was extremely talented and well known at the time. She was in a movie with her aunt, Katharine Hepburn,
Oh,
and
wow.
Spencer Tracy. The name of the movie was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
With Sidney Poitier?
No.
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? You're not familiar?
No.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going to
one-
watch it, though.
Oh, you got to see
What
it.
a great
That's
lineup.
wow.
But that's
God.
what it's called, Guess Who's Coming to
And
Dinner.
Katharine Hepburn's one of my favorite actresses. Oh, she's dynamite. Anyway, Catherine Houghton is 71 today. She played the daughter. She
Okay.
played Catherine's daughter, and you'll love them. I promise you. You
I will
will
watch
love
that.
the movie. It was a breakthrough movie for Poitier and many others as well.
Oh, wow.
But I'm not going to give it away. But you got to see the movie.
Okay.
You got to see it. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Sharon Stone is 58 today. Jasmine Guy. Well, you know if you saw her. Anyway, she's 54 today. Paige Brewster. You ever watch? Well, here we go again. Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
She plays the character Emily. Very pretty brunette. 47 today. Bree Turner having a birthday. Not Bria, but Bree Turner having a birthday. She is 38 today. There you go. Now, what else do we have here? Better choices. Read something. It's your turn.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I got all kinds of good stuff. I'll start with the first thing. The Wayne County Extension and Community Association, also known as ECA, will hold their annual soup and sandwich luncheon coming up on March 22nd. March 22nd, my friends, is on a Tuesday. From 11 to 1 at the Wayne Center, which is located on West Chestnut Street here in Goldsboro. The cost of the lunch is just $5. It includes homemade vegetable soup, pimento cheese sandwich, drink, and dessert.
Oh,
You
boy.
can eat in or take out. And tickets may be purchased at the door. Again, that's coming up on March 22nd.
March 22nd. And a few days later, March 30th, Michelle Estrada from the Wayne County Center, North Carolina Cooperative Extension. She's presenting a new program called Better Choices. She'll be doing this at the Peggy Seeger Senior Center. Better Choices, a free nutrition education program that targets older adults. The curriculum addresses many diet-related topics such as sodium and hypertension, dietary fat, increasing fruit and vegetable consumption, and food resource management. Now, the benefits of the program are many. I won't go over them all, but there are many advantages. The program consists of 8 engaging and interactive sessions, about 60 minutes each, a total of about 60 minutes. If you want information about this, you can call Paula at the Senior Center. Her number is 705-1785, 705-1785. Or call Michelle Estrada, our friend at the Cooperative Extension Service, and her number is 731-1518, 731-1518.
Fantastic.
Woo! Better Choices.
Better choices. Good for
All right.
everybody.
The category of today's trivia question was India. India, a nation in the Eastern Hemisphere that juts out into the Indian Ocean. The question, what 2 other countries in Asia were split from India just after it gained independence? When India became independent, became its own nation, split off from Great Britain, 2 other nations broke away from India and became their own independent nations. Just name one of them. Well, one was Pakistan. And Pakistan used to be on one side and the other. They were on both sides of India. One was East Pakistan, the other West Pakistan. But then one of them became Bangladesh. Bangladesh and Pakistan are the independent countries that broke off from India when India gained independence.
So there you go.
So that's the way it is.
So that's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
Little history lesson.
Okay, I guess, well, is it time?
It's time.
Oh my. I feel like we just got here.
We should do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it again tomorrow. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Yes. Ooh. Okay. All right, enough of that. We'll be here about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I hope you're able to join us at that time. I need to slow down just a little. I get excited. Anyway, slow down. We'll be here tomorrow morning at 7. Hope you're able to join us at that time. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.